when have you been born?
When I was born in 1910, 1911, 15 September.
And where?
1911.
Where have you been born?
I was born out on a talk about Kokomo, Mississippi. And about 5 miles south of there. We talk about 10 Mile Creek. That's where I was born.
And when did you start playing?
I don't know. When I was about 7, 8 years old. We had one of them old organs, you know what you pedal. And my legs weren't long enough, something pedal organ. My uncle would sit me up in his lap and he'd do the pedal and I'd do the playing. And I compliment my grandfather, he played the fiddle. My legs weren't long enough when he sat in the chair and hold the box in my lap, I'd sit out on the floor. What was the word been playing about in my life? Come in out of there. I really must have been. And I've told people they talk about going to school to learn how to play. One thing I don't believe is a musician in school. That's right, because you can, I sat down one night and I was just wanting to learn the St. Louis blues, you know. And I just heard a fellow playing and singing on the radio, you know. And I walked out there, out in the stump, had an old guitar, tuned it up, sat down inside the oak tree on a surf can, and picked it just like him. He was just dark, he was so dark you couldn't hardly see your hand before. That lets you know about what you can show your hands to do. See, that's within you. You can go to school for it, but you still can't learn it until you just get it in you. It's got to get in your hand. You can sing a song now, it'll automatically go in my hands. See? I hear the sound all right, but it's not in my head. You can't watch your hand. You can't guide it. After you turn that around, your hand guides you. So I've been sitting there picking a guitar, looking at my fingers, be moving so fast I couldn't even see. I said, how in the world do you think they can learn somebody that in school? Playing fast pieces, you know, and pick a guitar. Couldn't see my dog finger move like it plumb still. I know it wasn't still. I know I was used. That's right. And so, what's within you?
And do you remember old musicians around this time? Do you remember old musicians?
Can I remember some? Oh yeah. Tommy Johnson. And then I've learned several of them to play. But I told them how, it's like me. I learned all those Youngblood, and he was a cousin of mine. He was grown and had 2 children. But boy, if I could learn that like you can learn it. It ain't too late. Like you just don't buy no high price box, just get your old piece of box and keep it tuned. I'll keep tuning it. And so I was over to his house one Saturday evening and I left. And so I went up by his neighbor's house coming back through from Miami that next Friday. That was after he came getting on pretty good, you know. And when I cut in, and his daughter told me, you know, let's get out Martha. You ought to hear him play that guitar. So he can't play. So yeah, he can. Get that quick.
That's quick, yeah.
And I went in and I asked him, I said, you tell me you can play a box now? He said, yeah. And he sat on a bench outside the house. Let me hear you play something. And he played well. I said, well, how you learn that? I don't know. I thought you said it was too late. It's not too late. You know, it's just what's within you. It's just in you, you know. And some people think they go to school and get started, you know, get his mind down on it. And then he learned that in school, but he could get his mind just like that before he went to school. He could be a musician before he went there. I don't say he could read music, you know, but he could be a musician. He don't have to read music. I played in Kane Gully's band in Bogalusa about 6 months, and I was the only one in there that could play any kind of instrument he had in there. I get high and play that, you know, whatever I got to first. It wouldn't matter. And I ain't took 9 minutes of it. But whatever I got to first, that's what I played. To make the folks out with. I play anything, music in it from a juke harp, but straight on up. Ain't never been to school 1 minute for it. Just play it. If I hear a song or something or other, and I'd like this, I get up something, I just go on with it. Yeah, yeah.
And what about Tommy Johnson?
Huh?
You played with Tommy Johnson?
Yeah, yeah. He married my second cousin. Yeah, I sure did.
He was a good guitar player.
Yeah, he could play. He was good. Sure good. Tommy Johnson was rough. He was. He about the best I ever been with.
But he was a heavy drinker.
Huh?
He was a heavy drinker.
Yeah. you ever know it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's a heavy drink.
The canned heat and
He drank anything. Yeah, he drank anything. He can't eat anything, man. He drank. One time I let him fool me on that junk. Boy, I tell you, you gonna drink, you'll never drink nothing but whiskey. And beer, you know. All this other stuff they got to food with that. They talk about dope now. Too much to drink whiskey 365 days to the year. But I ain't never seen none yet. I wouldn't have fooled with it. I fooled that cat one time. Tommy fooled me then. He didn't fool me no more. Always drink good liquor. Don't drink no bad whiskey and fool around with people like that. You know what I mean? It's still a man.
But Tommy drank everything.
Yes, sir, he would. He sure would. Yes, sir, he sure would.
Good whiskey, bad whiskey.
Yeah, good whiskey, bad. And if he couldn't get no whiskey, he'd go to the store and buy this candy alcohol. It's what you rub with. Yeah, he fixed it and drank it. I know him to do it. And I said, no, I'm not going to mess with you. I ain't following you down here now. You fooled me one time, but that was your last time. Your first time, that's your last. You fooled me on that candy. But you know, boy, when I was in service, I had a lady friend. You take. When I went in service, I only got $15.50 a month until I made a call. Then I got $37.50 a month. Before then, they didn't make much money. So I tried to have all kind of different schemes, you know. And I got to be the company barber, and I cut hair too. You had been doing that ever since I've been big enough. Oh, I had cutting hair. I just won't have hair. We let me charge for 35 cents a head. That's all it is. There just wasn't much income and whatever it was. And so I got a lady friend rented a house in town. I was in Petersburg. I did Camp Lee, Virginia, and I said, I know. I always want to have me some kind of income or something, you know. I said, and I got a hold of a girlfriend over there, and got by her mother, and then the man put somebody out of the house. And boy, I was just lucky for that. That side of her mother's house. I rented that house. Got it that very day. Let her move in it. Put a bed upstairs to it, you know. I put all the foam downstairs. And so that had a whiskey stamp. But there were some soldiers didn't drink liquor, you know. They didn't mess around like that. And I'd cut their hair for nothing. They'd give me their whiskey stamp. I'd keep their hair cut. I'd keep the cut. They'd give me their whiskey stamp for the day. And so I'd buy liquor, you know, put in that house, you know. Didn't cost much, $3 on the field, you know. But never see, I said it 56 a drink. You know. Boy, that's a pretty good hit. She was selling it, see, because if I'd have been there, I wouldn't have been. A man said whiskey came profit, now I'd drunk it up. So I said, I had enough to get 3/5 with it, and I said, I'm going to get me a pound of rum. So I was stiff or wrong. And you know, I got that stuff. He took that stuff here about all day to make me drunk. But when I got drunk on it, he took me here about all the week to get rid of it too. Now, I ain't never fooled no more of that. I absolutely been drunk on rum and cocoa. And that's the worstest drunk you ever had. I ain't been drunk since. Just that broke. That rum and cocoa that broke me from drinking was that broke. I drink beer, but I wouldn't drink no whiskey. Yeah, it broke. It made me stop completely. That stuff put a whooping on me. I called my company commander that Sunday and told him to come. He come. And I was just about dead. You know that?
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Every time you take a drink of water, all over like you drink another gallon. Every time you take a drink of water, it's all over like you drink another gallon. I was that way to that cue. That's right. Every time I take a drink of water, I get drunk again. Yeah. And boy, man, what you studying about? Ooh. Boy, I was told that stuff, but every time I get over to take a rest off of it, I'd want some water. I drank that water, and I was drunk again too. I wasn't playing. And here it come again. The time you get something in you, he's right back up. I got drunk on rum and cocoa. That stuff like to kill me. And I said, I don't want no whiskey, nothing. I reckon that was good. Well, I took a drink of whiskey for 365 days through the year, every day. But when I got drunk on that rum, I'd been hearing about that stuff, but I tried. I never to try it no more. I threw rum and cocoa. And I made a record when I was in service. I gave it to my friend girl, and I had to go off on a guard to be a guard for some jobs in Richmond. And when I come back, they done played that record to it on the order, put them on the order phone, and played that record to me, to it. They done moved out and I got back. No record they made out of nothing new, you know. But the man put me on that.
And what's back in the 30s? Did you did much traveling?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I did a lot of traveling, yeah, when I was in service, yes.
And you played with other musicians, not only Tommy Johnson?
Well, I played with him more than I did anybody else. Others I played with, did, you know, I played with Brother Montgomery, you know, he put out some records, you know. I played with him some too, but I picked a guitar, he played piano, but yeah, I played with several of them. And I played in King Brothers Band 6 months, and a white man from some Louisiana told me, he said, you the band, he said, we could just get you. You make the money. And that's why I started me playing by myself. He called me playing by myself. And I just went from down by myself, not with nobody. Sure did. I done well. I played music when I got ready, and when I got ready to quit working, I quit working. You do nothing but play music. Make it all, made it fine. I had a whole lot more money than I have now. I played sometime every night, and then played sometime on weekends all night long. Yes. I played for colored folk from 8 o'clock to 12, and go play for white folk from 1 to 5. I did that right here. Everybody used to have a Riverside Club down over there, you know. The policeman come get me every night, 12 Christmas Eve. He come and get me 12 o'clock at night. Policeman come get me. That's right. And he killed me there. Then a little man, when we unplugged that order phone, little man couldn't get no further than the door. Anything you wanted to eat or drink was lined up on that counter, already paid for. And you rich people in. And I played right there from 1 o'clock to 5. And they kept me home. So I did. Play all night long. I have this. I played all night.
And do you remember other piano players, except little brother?
Well, I had an uncle that played Gene Pittman, but he was known long before that time, before I got started going out, you know. I had an uncle that played well. Yeah, I know him. And I was born in Boca Lucia. I learned him how to play Honey Powell. He was Powell. Yeah, Honey Powell. I learned him how to play piano.
But there were mostly guitar players around.
Yeah, that's right. And I learned Lee Elsie, I learned also Youngblood, and I learned Roosevelt Holtz. I learned him how to play.
We tried to find him, but...
Well, I learned him how to play. Sure did. I passed along the railroad track. He was living in Town one night, picking a guitar at about 12 o'clock. And he said, hey, Milton, come here. He couldn't play nothing yet. That's right. He couldn't play nothing. I started. And there's a white boy brought Brock boy, he was out in California last time I heard from him. I learned him. He had a band. And that took us to pick piano. I'm playing a guitar book. I mean picking music like I do. I learned to pick. See, I don't rap. I never did rap. I pick mine. And he work on it. Yeah, boy, Brock to work on it.
Do you remember Baba Brown?
Huh?
Baba Brown?
No, he was a Brock. At home, down the little town town.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know the little place, little town they called Brock? Brock. Yeah, but this Brock somewhere. That's where he from. That's where he born and raised. And he a good. He black-headed like you. I don't know if he quite taller than you or not, but he can work both. He can play color folk music. Go. Yeah, he's good. Really good.
And the brothers of Tommy Johnson? Tommy Johnson had two brothers, they also play.
Yeah, but
Mayor Charles.
I never did meet his brother. I never did meet him. Yeah, he had my cousin children. I went to Jackson and met them there. And then he told me, well, we're going to move down home. I said, all right. And me and him stayed together then. And got on all around Angel, Louisiana, Sandy Hook, Boca, Louisiana, different places. Go around his hometown, Georgetown. He carried me back there, you know. But I never did meet his brother. Never did meet him. Never did meet anybody but him. But me and Tommy have had some wonderful time together. Oh yeah. We had some wonderful time. He could play now, boy. He could play. Yeah. I'm a hard drinker. Drink something, anything. Like you said, drink something, anything. Anything mad alcohol in it. He couldn't find it. He'd make him something. He could find a drugstore. He'd make him something. He'd go buy him some alcohol. Shoot that pepper and drink. Boy, that guy keep you.
How old was Tommy Johnson?
Sir?
How old was Tommy Johnson?
I don't know about how old he was, sir. I don't know how old Tommy was. Never did ask him nothing about his age. Just, you know, and if he had told me, I probably would have done forgotten it by now because we'd be together with all the time high, you know. That fella can't remember much like that. He can't remember much like that. I was in service one time. A sergeant, he hadn't been in the army long, about 6 months, 7. He had a good education, you know, he made a sergeant right quick, you know. Well, we done been off over yonder back then, you know, and I wasn't doing nothing like I wanted to, you know. And I was coming to borrow him. He'd always want to borrow money from me and then want to take his time about paying you back. Until Captain Smith told me, he said, if anybody owes you in here, I'll mention it to him. He said, I'll tell what you do. I'll give you a book. I said, yeah. You can put his name on that book. You get your money. And I did. Well, I was special guard duty, man. I was part-time MP too, you know. This wasn't regular, but, you know, when they get crowded, needed somebody, they would come get me and you know. On the road, anywhere else, they come get us. You know, see, you don't ask that about what you want to do, and how could you know, get out of it, or what, you know, they tell you what to do, and that's what happened. That's what happened. They tell you what you're going to do. And that's it. Whether you want it or not, whether you like it or not. You got to love it because you're there. And Sergeant got my money, and he come up there, you know, said, Youngblood, you got your money. And I said, yes, sir. And I thanked him, you know. And he told me that wasn't no appreciation. Said, and I'm going to put you in the guardhouse. Are you? Yeah, I was low. He didn't know. You know? I was police stupid. He didn't know. He hadn't been there long enough. 2 of us up there. Me and Willie William both was on. We slept upstairs. And he said, I'm going to put you in the guardhouse. Well, how you going to get me there? I'm going to carry you down there. Well, that's one man's job. He went down to the order room and checked him out of rifle. Come back, and he ought to know that I knew he didn't have any ammunition. And I was cutting the soldier's hair. And I then told me, let's go, holding the rifle, pulled on, and I said, well, Sergeant, I can finish cutting the soldier's hair, can I? He said, yeah, I can finish cutting his hair. Put my tools in foot locker, and he standing up there. When I straightened up, I knocked him that rifle bolt down. You know? I stepped up in his breast and took it. Had to be for Sergeant Johnson. I broke him up from going and getting the rifle. And he called the law. And so when he did, he come. He asked, which one was it? He said, that Johnson. No, we can't arrest him. You had to get Sergeant Joe. He said, how come you can't say, well, he's policeman too, so that now is too. They know it. And I'd been with him, and me and this white boy, what he called, one of them come to the white soldier, come in. Me and him stayed together, man, me and him stayed together about 8 months. Every day and every night. There was 4. We got cornered off one time. Man. Me and 3 more white ones stayed together about 8 months. We got cornered off. I know Dick well, Dick told him no. You get that one. You have to get Sergeant Joe. No, so I have some. He said, and so he went on. When I got on there, he busted me. Give me 41 days in the stockade because he wore eyeglasses. And he asked me, did I ask him to pull them glasses off? And I didn't know at that time, I didn't even know it was against the law to hit a man that wore glasses that you pull them off, you know? When they came down there and tried me. The captain told me, the major told me, you know, he said, well, Youngblood, if you hadn't been a good soldier, said you get 5 years in the federal pen. But you ain't never been absent a minute, you ain't never deserted from nothing that you ever asked or told or showed. No. And that's what saved you. Being a good man. As I still would have been one if he hadn't known. And he didn't know that he was against the rule. He broke the law to borrow money from a man on the rank hand. He said, did you know that? I said, yeah, I do. And if I hadn't let him have it, he'd go, I had another reason. Turned around, Sergeant Joe jumped up and snatched his straps off. And he said, I'm gonna take him. I know what I'd have to ask him to let me be locked up. Yeah, when he got me over there, all I done was sat to the table and took his place. When the MPs come in, you come in for a rest and check in. I just take your gun and your bullets and things and put them out there. You check in, you go and eat, sleep, and then when you come back, then we check them out. And that's all I done. Sat right there. And them boys be just playing ball, playing cards, having all kind of time. And I stand up and look through the wire and couldn't get in there. I had a key too. But the only way I could go in there, you brought a soldier there. You know, I could unlock the gate and let you put him in there, but I couldn't go on the inside. I couldn't foot it. I couldn't go in there. I didn't stand out there and look at him. They'd have me fine. It's kind of time. I wanted to be in there. I didn't mind being there. I wanted to be on the inside with them. They wasn't doing that, man, but eating, sleeping, and playing ball, playing cards, and having all the fun they want to have in the stockade. And I'm just sitting out here, nobody out here but me. And I could open the gate. They'll bring one, got ruler, got drunk, or got something, bring him in there, put him in the stockade. I'd open the gate and let him in, but now I still couldn't go in there. I had the key, but I couldn't go in there. I had to stay out there, check that ammunition, stay on the outside. And I'd go back to the company. Sergeant Joe would come in, I'd walk over to the company. And he would stay that long as he wanted to. But when I first went there, he just stayed gone. But he got the way he quit that. And I could go to town at night. He'd come in that Jeep, I'd get in that Jeep and go to town. Just like I wasn't in the stockade. Go to the company every day. Go back to the company. They said, you both ain't in the stockade. I said, yeah, I'm over there back. That's where I need to be. them boys, while than black, and they weren't done nothing but eating, sleeping, playing ball, and having calls and playing cards. And they had them big time. They couldn't go nowhere, but they weren't done that. It's free, you know. They just like I was. My time was up, man. I didn't want to leave. Cause my stay here, I make my career, man. I stay right here until my discharge comes. No, you got to go back to the company. I don't want to go. I rather stay here with Sergeant Joe. I rather stay in the start gate till I get out of here. So you just can't stay.
How long did you stay in the army?
I stayed in there 3 years, 36 months.
And after you stopped with the army, you start playing again?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay. And I come out of service, I started playing again.
At what time was it when you stopped the army?
I got here 3rd day of January, 1947. 4 o'clock in the morning. Won't forget that.
Yeah, sure.
I rolled up down in that place down there. The 3rd day of January, 1947. 4 o'clock in the morning.
And then you start playing again?
I started playing again. Yes, sure did. Yeah, I played for Mr. Nick Lewis out there. I don't know how we go here. On the side of Kokomo there, you know, with barbecued birds and chicken and things, you know, good barbecue. He was the first one I played for, and I come out of service. He found out I was home. Yeah, he put it out and told him he had a fellow was going to play for him Saturday night, and everybody be there from Chicago. One of y'all ain't seen in a long time. He didn't know who I come. but I come from Camp Lee, Virginia, a whole lot further than Chicago. Yeah, so. Yeah. But I quit all that, so I quit playing and went to the church. I let whiskey and stuff alone. I just dropped all that stuff. I don't know. Something that turned me around. I thought I was having a big time then, but I do have one now.
That's right. Now you play church songs.
Yes, sir. Yes. If you had some way, I would play you a couple of songs. You carry on to play your song, you carry back with you.
Yeah, if it's possible, that you can play on the piano a little bit church song.
I play it on the piano, I'll pick one on the guitar. I play it on the piano, I'll pick one on the guitar.
Yeah, that will be very great.
Well, we better hope go